So then we do that and we wrap things up.
That works. That works.
Think it'll do it.
These girls have been on Broadway. They sing, they dance, they're very theatrical, very outgoing.
It's going to be a great show.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be cool if we could do something special for the opening?
Tom's Table, doodaloo, yum yum, Tom's Table, yeah. It's more than cooking.
Welcome to Tom's Table!
Welcome to Tom's Table. I told you we'd have something special. Every once in a while, something falls in your lap, and if you know Chicago, then you know these two. The play at Drury Lane, Chicago, has been playing since, how long have you been here?
Oh, we've been here since March.
Yeah, we started previews April 20th and we opened on April 28th.
And we were rehearsing here in March, so we've been here for a few months.
Yeah, well, I've been feeding these girls for the past few months.
Such good food.
They are awesome. Please welcome Alena Watters, Velma Kelly, and Kelly Felthous,
Roxy
Hart. And I'll tell you what, my wife Janine has seen the show, and you guys are getting rave reviews. Do you get pumped before every performance?
We do. I feel like this is such an important story, especially in Chicago. It's the first time.
In Chicago,
it's
right.
the first time it's been done in, like, I think 30 years or something
here.
crazy. So I kind of feel a responsibility to bring everything to the table. It's Tom's Table.
Boom.
But just to make sure that we tell the story to the best of our ability every night and every show.
And give as much energy and passion that we can. And Kelly and I warm up together, so we have a little routine so we can get connected before we have to play cat and mouse together.
And you may have some competition because Alena feeds me.
I do.
If you're not cooking for me downstairs, Alena cooks for me.
So we have our
So you like
bonding
just
time.
plain broccoli?
Yeah, I mean, that's me.
I add the bacon to it.
Like I said, we got a meal plan for these girls tonight, but first we want to find out all about them. Talk about the toughness of being on the road.
Oh, I've actually toured through Chicago 3 times and have been touring for over 10 years of my life.
Born and raised where?
I was born and raised in California, in San Diego, but I started touring when I was 7. Professionally.
Really?
Union tours. So I actually have spent the majority of my life on the road. Wow. Yeah. And it's
In a good way or a bad way?
a little bit of both. There's always ups and downs, I think, to everything you do. I can make a wonderful dinner out of a microwave. Obviously,
Funny, that's what we're having tonight.
Just, when you live in a hotel room.
Yeah, right,
Which is what you do. You have to get creative.
Or make friends with the chef.
Or make friends with the chef. Sometimes we're not as lucky to have an awesome chef like you.
rarely,
So
very nice.
you have to shop at Walgreens and learn how to make stuff in
The Dinty Moore, is that not bad, right? The Dinty
I mean, you could make it work. It's nothing some chocolate syrup can't fix.
Right. And you have a tough time eating on the road, yes?
Oh yeah, I'm a little more specific with the way that I like to eat. I tend toward a vegetarian diet, but I do eat fish, so I call myself a vegetarian.
Can we do the ba-bum boom again?
And I've been upgrading my health over the past 10 years or so, and learning about fermented foods and probiotics and whatnot. So it can be really challenging when I'm traveling, whether I've been on tour or if we're out of town like this. And we had a transition time where at first we were in a hotel room. So luckily we met Tom, and we were able to get some healthy meals and whatnot. But yeah, it can definitely be a challenge.
Yeah. You, born and raised where?
I was born in Massachusetts, then we went about 4 months to Germany, then England. My dad was in the Air Force, and then he ended up retiring in Colorado. So I got a lot less moving than my sister, my older sister, Sarah, did. So for the most part, I grew up in Colorado.
Now, is she in the arts as well?
No. Just me.
Just you?
Although my mother took us to the arts when we lived in England. So in the West End is where I fell in love with musical theater. And she took me to Annie, which seems so stereotypical. And I was like, Mom, I want to do that.
Yeah,
and
right.
that's what I ended up doing. So I'm super grateful.
Which is very cool because tonight with our dessert, we're all going to be speaking in English accents. Because it's an English dessert. A little surprise for you.
I absolutely love it as
I
well.
love it too. It makes me feel so sophisticated.
Indeed.
See, they're practicing.
Much more interesting if I'm English. Everyone's going to fall madly in love with me if I talk like this, don't you think?
I think. Oh, that was Southern England.
It's okay, it's still an accent, it works.
Well, it is the pre-dawn hours of a Tom's Table shoot. We are going to get a dessert out of the way, just as we did on creme brulee. We have to let it set. We're doing a classic English dessert called the English posset. It sounds like a small mammal, doesn't it? If you're in Liverpool, you'd hear, Basil, have you let out the posset? But I'm telling you, it's the easiest dessert you're ever going to make. 3 ingredients: cream, heavy whipping cream, sugar, lemon juice. Sets up like a creme brulee. Call it a pudding if you want, but unbelievably good. And we're going to have that for dessert tonight. So, 2 cups heavy cream, okay? 2 cups of heavy cream. 2/3 of a cup of sugar. Boom. We're going to bring that to a boil. Let the sugar dissolve in the cream. To that, we're going to add, when I did the lemons, we use 6 tablespoons of lemon juice. Take your zest. Always when you use a lemon, take your zest out of there. There's so many uses for zest. So we're just going to take a good pinch of this lemon zest and put it in there. We're going to take the oils out of the lemon rind, and it's going to add a little bit more to our possets. So, and then we're going to bring this to a boil. 8 to 12 minutes. Reduce. The crazy thing with this heavy whipping cream is that, like creme brulee, we have to deal with egg yolks and stuff like that. And this is so easy. The whipping cream does all the work for you. And at the end, we'll add our lemon juice, and we'll put it into little serving cups. And I'm telling you, the girls tonight are gonna wow this dessert. So you see the posset is boiling up, and it's reducing. So it doesn't go over the pan. We just take it off the heat for a few minutes. Keep stirring. You constantly stir this. And you see all the air in there. All those bubbles, that's the air. That's the cream reducing. Okay, and we've got our lemon zest in there, adding flavor. So we keep it on the boil. Let it come up high. We're reducing this to 2 cups. And it's going to thicken on its own. So we keep doing this for about 8 to 12 minutes until we get to our 2 cups. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes. I could tell that it has thickened just by the way it stirs. So we're going to cut the heat. We're going to strain out the lemon zest. All right, as you can see, we've reduced to 2 cups. Now to that, we're going to add 6 tablespoons of lemon juice. 2, 4, 6. Stir it up. It's going to take about 3 to 4 hours to set. That's why we can make it this morning, and we're going to be able to enjoy it tonight. So we've got all the lemon zest out of there, cream reduced, sugar dissolved in there, lemon juice added. We're going to serve them. These little wine glasses be a great presentation. Spilling all over. And this eats really rich, so you don't need a lot. So there it is. We got our English lemon possets out of the way. We're going to enjoy them tonight after our cooking frenzy on Tom's Table with our two guests from Chicago, Kelly and Elena. So we're gonna cut out for now, and we're gonna go mise en place for tonight's dinner, and it's gonna be a wild night. So get ready, fasten your seatbelts. See you in a while.
Let's talk about your roles.
My roles? Oh, well, I grew up touring, like I said.
Yeah,
so
at 7.
At 7, yeah.
Wow.
So I had a lot of roles when I was younger that more, like I did Sound of Music, the national tour. I did Music Man, so I did all those shows that everyone knows. But as I've gotten older, I've actually been super lucky to get to originate a lot of things. So I actually originated one of the roles in Bring It On, the musical. I originated one of the roles in Flashdance that toured through here, Gloria. So I've been really fortunate to get to do that. And then I got to do some of the bigger named musicals too, which is awesome because my family could come see it. And, advertise that I did Legally Blonde a bunch as Elle. And then I did Wicked most recently, which was so much fun.
Smoking it, right?
I know, so much fun.
Yeah.
And everyone loves Wicked, so it's always fun that people come see it. I did Glinda and Nessa, actually, throughout different times on the tour, and then also did a role in the ensemble a few times, too.
Very cool,
Yeah.
very cool. Elena, how about you?
For me, more of the roles were when I was younger. And once I moved from Colorado to New York, I've gotten to originate some new musicals, which was fantastic. I was in the original company of the Addams Family on Broadway.
Yeah.
I was one of the ancestors, the original Saloon Girl ancestor, and I was the original Tina in Sister Act on Broadway.
Very
One
cool.
of her sassy, Dolores' sassy backup singer dancers.
I watched that show so many times and had not known her yet, and I was obsessed with her.
Yeah, we just
didn't even know
met
her
here.
We just met.
Fatal Attraction.
But I loved her.
Yeah, and on tour I got to go on for the leading player, which was amazing. Fosse, another Fosse show. Chicago's Fosse. And now here we are. This is actually, if I think about it, you end up covering a lot in this profession, which means that you are the understudy, swing, or standby.
Which you did a documentary about.
Yeah, there's a documentary called The Standbys, which educates people on, like, a swing is somebody who is not in the show normally and covers the ensemble and sometimes principals. A standby is somebody who is not in the show regularly and covers one or multiple principals. And then an understudy is somebody who has their own track in the show and then covers the principals.
And that's what I did on Wicked, which is how I did 2 roles.
So you have to have a coat of many colors for that, right?
Which is what I did on tour with Pippin, yeah. And so this is actually, professionally in my adult life, probably my second principal role that I've gotten to do on my own where I'm not covering.
Very cool.
Feels so
exciting.
It's
very
really
exciting.
amazing to get to do this. And great that neither of us, because a lot of people will go from show to show and they've done the role before.
Yeah.
But neither Kelly or I had done Roxy or Velma. And so it's really a pleasure to get to create this together. And thankfully we have good chemistry. We have to live together. Yeah.
Well, and let's talk about how you're being received. I mean, my neighbors here, Lou, the producer Lou, my wife have all seen it, and they say you guys are just out of this world. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to see it because I'm always feeding them.
Well, you gotta come.
I know it.
We've been really lucky, actually, to get such great reviews from not only just from like the big newspapers and such, but also just from fans afterwards and people who have seen the show and and the community. And to me, that's more important than any newspaper. You know, when someone comes and they're like, "We love you. You make me want to do this." That means more than, you know, the Chicago Tribune or whatever. Although that's
also
awesome,
very important,
which is also great. But you know, sometimes knowing that there's some people that do it for the review, but to do it for every audience is important to us. But we've done a new version of Chicago. Actually, it's a reconstruction.
Well, the revival, which is the most known version, is a deconstruction. So where it's more of a concert version, it's very simplified.
They wear all black.
Very sexy and stylized.
Yeah.
And we've gotten to really work things where there's scenes and we have the props in the set, and it's more of a throwback to the original 1975 production.
Yeah, yeah.
1920s costumes. It's really fun.
It's really great.
It's really fun to do.
All right, how long does it take to learn the choreography, the singing? I mean, holy cow, right?
We had
Jane Lanier, your choreographer, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
We had
And-
about 3 weeks.
we had 3 weeks.
But we were running it within a week and a half.
Yeah,
or
week
so.
and a half. And things change constantly when you're putting up a new show. So we were learning new choreography up until opening, actually, and
Wow.
new,
Yeah, we
and changing
changed different
scenes
things.
and different costumes up until the opening night.
Let's talk about the future.
Ooh.
Who knows?
All right,
It's,
all right.
it's unknown.
Now, you're doing this show right now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to plan ahead to what's coming up, or do you get a chance to plan ahead
This
to what's
isn't
coming
something
up?
you can really plan for in our industry.
You try your best to have some work lined up, but really, you just have to kind of be open to whatever comes your way.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is-
and how does that come?
Auditioning. So like
Okay.
I can't say yet necessarily on TV, but I have something lined up in January that
Okay.
I actually auditioned for while I was here.
Oh,
So that's how
okay.
you kind of have to work sometimes, and we've put sides
on tape
on
together
tape for each other for different
Alright.
jobs, and so you try to audition the best you can while you're out of town. But then basically, like when we both go back to New York, it's back to pounding the pavement and going in for any audition we can get and seeing what's next.
And for myself, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the USO, the United Service
Oh, sure, of
Organization.
course, yeah, yeah.
So I am a part of their entertainment group called the USO Show Troupe. And there's about 60 professional entertainers and in and out of contracts like I am now. And we've been asked, we'll occasionally be asked around, if we give them our conflicts, are you available? I actually just got one today for July.
Oh,
All right.
I'll go back and I'll perform for the military and their families.
And
which
that's
for me
giving
is cool.
back. Oh, man,
Exactly,
that's
the
giving
community
back.
that I grew up in. So that's a nice thing that I have from time to time. And we do things like that, whether it's in wedding bands. Guy does a lot of wedding events.
Guy
things
plays
like
our
that.
Billy Flynn.
Yes.
Oh, right,
Our
right.
Billy Flynn.
I fed him too.
Yeah,
Yes, you had.
He's got a bigger appetite than that. Well, I don't know. You guys eat
we
pretty
do
well.
eat a lot.
It's because you can't eat a lot before the show, so
afterwards we're
several
like-
hours or after we're ready for it. But you like Kelly said, you have to be prepared to do what comes your way, and oftentimes it's smaller gigs
Yeah.
in between the
I
larger.
teach a lot. I do a lot of master classes, and my sister works in California at a performing arts school.
How many brothers and sisters?
I have 2 sisters.
Okay.
Older, I'm the baby.
Oh,
I'm the
okay,
baby
cool.
too.
Oh,
But I'm the older sister
they
here.
just had a moment.
Always. So I try to get out there and teach as much as I can, and we try to do stuff like that, I think, as frequently as
Yeah.
we possibly can, and it
Yeah.
makes some good money on the side, and you get to give back to the community.
Is it paid decent? Paid decent?
Enough.
Yeah,
Enough.
they get you
And
through,
we
yeah.
also don't do this for the pay. I feel like that's
No.
not.
See, it's not all about the money.
If you're in
Don't you love to hear that?
If you're in entertainment, it's likely you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lou, how much have we made on Tom's table? Yeah, big goose egg.
It's about the passion.
It's right. It's all about the
Yeah.
passion. And you're living it, man.
We
That is so
are.
cool. So you guys travel all over the place. What do you do in all the different towns? Do you take in the amenities? Well, you're going to a Cubs game
I'm going to
tonight.
a Cubs game. Yes.
Woohoo!
We try, I think, our best to get in, some of the sites, especially on tour. Like when you're in certain cities, you try to do the quintessential tourist things. To
Sure,
be like, I
sure.
did them. When else am I going to be in Seattle? When else am I going to be,
Tokyo.
Tokyo or wherever?
Does it take you there?
We both have done shows in
Yeah.
Japan.
Get out.
Yeah, Pippin.
Right.
I
Wow,
did
no
and the
kidding.
Trip of Love in Japan.
Yeah.
For 6 months, I lived there.
For real?
Yeah.
We were just 3
How
weeks.
was that?
It was awesome. Talk about food. We actually lived in Osaka, which is the food capital of Japan.
Oishi. I know oishi, which means delicious.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
oishi.
She's really good at it.
All my favorite, the only thing I ever said was, beef udon kudasai. Beef udon kudasai. Arigatou gozaimashita. Which means, I want beef udon. Thank you very much. Because beef udon was my favorite food in Japan. Glorified chicken noodle soup.
And that was hard for me because I just had to order it without beef or pork and just know that I was having the beef or pork
Yeah.
stock.
It's hard to be picky in a foreign country.
That was rough. There was a lot more meat than I expected.
Well, what's hilarious is I'm picky in a very different way than Elena when it comes to food.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm picky in the sense that, like, I'm actually the opposite. I have a hard time enjoying vegetables. I kind of eat like a child. I'm trying. She's encouraged me, which is great.
we had some good stir fries.
Yes.
That worked really well.
Yes, and I do.
All right.
Actually, since Japan, my palate has definitely expanded. But I was the kid that was like, where's the pizza? Like, I was like, I don't know what this is. I was also 19, so I was very like, oh, what's happening? And to order somewhere where you can't speak their language and you're just guessing.
Point or
I would
you didn't
get
even read the menu,
no,
right?
I would get like a shrimp burger and was like, oh my gosh. Actually, on live TV in Japan, there's a funny video out there somewhere if anyone wants to find it. There's a Japanese street food that are basically octopus balls.
Oh,
They're
man,
little balls
come on.
of octopus.
Well, that's what we're having
that are
tonight.
deep
Funny you said that.
Yeah.
Deep fried?
But they're deep fried, but inside it's like this gooey mush that's octopus, and they don't tell you, and they think it's funny to make Americans eat it on their television show without telling them. And I was with people who were like very foodie and were like, that's delicious, and I was like, I looked hilarious on television in Japan. Just
did you
horrified.
swallow it?
No, horrified by the octopus balls that were in there. So awful.
How do you discreetly dispose,
I didn't. I was like crying. It was really, really quite funny.
Man.
I didn't have as much class as I do now, if you can say I do now. But you really do discover a lot of fun food actually on the road too.
I'll bet.
Yeah.
And
you get creative.
Yeah, you get creative, and sometimes I like to go try, like, I'll find, like, the famous, I probably can do this a little easier than you, but I'll be like, where's the famous cheeseburger? What's the most famous donut in this town? And that's always something fun to do while you're on tour, is trying
the local
all
cuisine.
the things.
Well, my daughter was just in Portland, and what's the big place in Portland? Did you ever hear of Voodoo Donuts?
Yeah, so I've had it.
You were there?
Yeah,
I've been
there.
to Portland with the tour as well.
Oh, man.
done it.
We went to Lombard once. It's the next town over.
Okay.
I say my food obsession on tour started when I was a kid on tour. I had to do a science fair project to bring back home, and we were like, what can you do while you're traveling that we can like make? I think it was in like first grade or something, and we did basically a taste test of French fries throughout the country. So I had
That's a
French
fun
fries
one.
at the same chain restaurants in every city and compared the saltiness, the
The same place.
the same places in every city, and compared like which was the most consistent, which state had the best what, and like how. And then I always tried one local restaurant to see how their like local French fry compared. So I feel like it's my mom's fault that I try random food in every city, because I feel like I have to try a donut in every city now.
Yeah, you did Stan's here.
I did Stan's here.
They have a vegan donut. It's really good.
It was delicious.
Really?
Yeah.
Stands you had?
Stan's.
Yeah.
Where have I not heard of
There's one
Stan's?
right here.
In the mall.
Oh, okay. Oh, have you heard of them?
Yeah, I go there all the time.
Oh, man, like I said, we went to Lombard once, the next town over.
But here we actually really just have enjoyed being in our apartment together and like enjoying doing our workouts together and cooking and
Having gut shots.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Getting you into some gut shots.
I'm learning.
Fermented, brine. I'm making kombucha.
By herself.
I'm learning.
She's making her own kombucha.
And I've learned how to sprout. I don't know if you're into sprouting, but over the last couple of years, I learned about
I haven't sprouted since I was in 6th grade. From 6th to...
But I sprouted lentils, which you
Wow.
had.
I make a really good avocado toast. That's about the extent of my cooking.
Okay, I know you eat very well. Didn't I send you up bacon and chocolate chip
That was
cookies?
really sweet.
Which all the bacon is gone.
Yes.
Didn't your dad always make you a pound of bacon?
Pound of bacon a morning.
That's how she keeps that girlish
My
figure.
dad's from Minnesota, so we ate a lot of bacon and potatoes and steak and meat.
My wife's twin is actually driving in from Minnesota right now.
Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
Think of like the Drop Dead Gorgeous. I don't know if it's exactly there, but I really like that.
Oh, yeah. Let's do the rest in a Fargo accent.
Okay.
Okay, then.
Well, then what else do we have to talk about?
Well, I don't know, Marge.
We're not having any fun.
No.
What do you say? You want to go? You know what? Who's got any cooking experience? Raise your hand.
All
right, they do.
You know what's helped me actually? Blue Apron. The thing that they give you the ingredients and they teach you kind of how to cook.
Oh, yeah.
So the other day I actually was cutting up the vegetables for our stir fry. You're welcome.
Wait, still has every finger on her
Every
hand.
single one, all 10. But my mom was actually in town, and my sister.
I met her.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everyone was in town, and I was like, "You guys, I have to cut up some vegetables for Elena," and they all went.
What?
And I was like, I have learned to cut vegetables since because Blue Apron basically teaches you. So I was like, how I peel the garlic by smashing the knife against it.
And it was a butter knife, just so you know. It was a butter
There
knife.
aren't many options in this apartment.
A spork? Did you use
I've
a
actually
spork?
come a long way. I've come a long way. I'm not as creative as her, but I've come a long way in my cooking.
Very cool.
Proud of myself.
We have fun.
Well, I'm going to put these girls to work. We're going to go make a fast, awesome, delicious meal. And what do you say? You want to go cook?
Eat.
And we're going to eat at Tom's
My
table.
specialties.
Yeah, man. All right, we're going to go in and cook. We'll see you in a few minutes. All right, we are from outside to the inside. And tonight you guys are cooking your own dinner.
She always does. I'm familiar.
I'm sous chef. Normally. Just follow instructions.
We're going to knock out an easy dinner here tonight. We're going to do a chilled avocado soup, a garnish that will blow you away. I'm Norwegian.
Okay.
So my Aunt Marie gave me a recipe for Norwegian mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes up here. So mashed potatoes. So we're going to start.
Great.
Green onion, green pepper, celery.
So much green.
Let's throw those in there and saute.
Very good.
Yeah?
Very good. Do you want to give any of those?
Here's a little doohickey
Scared of the heat.
to do that.
Oh, see, I just like to go here. Okay, well, we'll
All right.
this in and make you cry. Kelly, you can help me scrape something out.
Look at that. Look at that.
Can I dump?
Okay, you dump.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
A little, let me know.
Scrapey, scrapey,
Yeah.
Oh, look at I'm a cook.
This is like at home.
Now you put eggs in there. You got the perfect
Okay,
omelet,
very
right?
good. Oh, yeah.
I do love an omelet.
All right, we're going to stir those all around. We're going to let those saute until
Really good.
they get nice and soft. So
Wonderful.
I've cooked some potatoes.
What is that, about 3 to 5 minutes?
About 3 to 5 minutes would be good.
3 to 5 minutes.
Watch you don't burn yourself.
Elena, she has some burn wounds
Oh.
already. Potatoes, I'm really good at mashing.
Really? Oh,
I was always
you're in.
in charge of potatoes at Thanksgiving because it was all I would eat.
Here, you want to use that spoon? What does the spoon say?
Tom's table. Tom's table. Yeah. It's more than cooking.
We wrote your jingle. That's pretty special.
It is very special. You're awesome, both of you.
That was a
That was
horrible
bad. Well, I'll show you the cooks. I'll show you the cook's
Start mashing
handshake.
with this.
You ready? Here's a cook's
Okay, cook
handshake.
dance. Oh, handshake.
No, first you go, and then you go like that.
Okay.
You go like that, and then you go like
I'm
that.
mashing. See,
All right.
you just want me to mash?
All right, no, I'm giving you.
I was like, you gave me a spoon.
Improvise.
You've done this before.
Normally, I only have one utensil in a hotel room, so I make it do everything.
Yep.
All right, this is going to be your utensil.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, we're going to first add. Go ahead, use the top
Cream
tablespoon.
cheese.
Cream cheese. 8 ounces of cream cheese.
On everything.
Really. And what else? Sour cream.
Sour cream.
Here, let's take a spatula here. You can do that.
This is why Elena cooks and I watch.
Do they have a full kitchen up there?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we've had to take some things from the kitchen below, but
Oh, yeah?
when I wanted to make vegetable stock, I had to go and seek out a large pot so I could fit everything in.
Right.
But everything has
I
been
just licked my fingers
just
while
fine.
washing my hands.
Oh, very good, very good.
All right.
I couldn't help it, there was potatoes on them. How can you say no to the potatoes? Okay, I'm back.
Sour cream, cream cheese,
What's happening with supervising?
parsley,
Ooh.
pow.
Very good, very good.
Thank you.
You're doing so well.
Garlic powder.
Ooh, I love garlic powder.
So do I.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom, bang. Yeah, wow, pow.
All right, now we're just going to wait a couple minutes till the vegetables are soft. Boom, we're going to mash them, throw them in there, put them in a baking dish, bake for about 15 minutes. Norwegian mashed potatoes. From there, we're going to go on to our chilled avocado soup.
Yes.
Grilled salmon in a honey orange sauce, wilted spinach, potatoes, and of course the lemon possets.
Oh,
Alright, and then fabulous.
tell me talking accents.
And they are lovely.
Lemon possets.
Ready for that?
Lovely.
That's more of a Cockney accent. That's the people that are lowbrow. But I think you're more high. I think you're more sophisticated.
But we could do all of that.
We could do either.
Speak sport.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Ridiculous.
Just some mashed
I told you we'd have a
potatoes.
riot.
It's going to be great.
Cheerio. Alright, what's next?
What's next?
These
We're
are
going to do
ready.
this.
They're pretty soft.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Are they?
Are we ready to add these?
Let's
yet?
taste, let's
What do you
taste.
think? Alright.
Scared I'm going to mess it up. Wait, do I just turn it
Let's
on?
go high for just a couple minutes.
Okay,
Oh gosh, I'm cooking. Is it ideal for them to be
super soft without a crunch?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Well, they can have a little bit of a bite. What do they call it? To the truth, you call it al dente.
Okay.
To the truth, just a little bit of a bite.
Al dente.
Al dente.
All the accents.
Well, we're
making the Norwegian potatoes, so we can do the Norwegian accent.
Oh, the chef. Birdie.
You are good, right?
So much stress.
I'm proud of you.
I did it myself. I did it myself. Some
Salt and pepper?
I like. And then do I do it again, or do I just stir this stuff?
Let's let Alena bring you the vegetables.
All right,
Bring them on.
We good? We good?
Yeah.
All right. Let's make sure we turn this
Okay.
off.
Because I'm really good with that, aren't I, Janine?
All right, watch out.
She's shaking her head no, just for all you out there.
I always leave the burner on.
Sounds like me. I'm like food, and then I forget that I'm still technically cooking.
Food, glorious food.
Do I mix, or am I mix?
Mix away.
Great.
Bring it home. See, now you got so much flavor in there. You've got a little bit of everything
This
in there.
makes me feel very powerful. It's like using a power tool.
I'm really good with those too. Not.
Oh, that smells fantastic.
I feel very strong.
This is a good arm workout today.
Yeah.
Nice.
Gun.
You got good guns too.
That's right.
Though. Yeah. Oh, you gotta use accents a lot in your business.
Sometimes it varies.
Yeah, right.
I do 2 different accents in Chicago, actually.
Oh, you do?
I do. Catch it in my mouth. Catch it in my mouth.
Put that on a blooper reel.
I'm gonna do this right here. That's good.
Oh man, that matches the burrito one, doesn't it? All right, my bad.
That was fantastic.
Oh, they're delicious.
I really
though.
enjoy that. No, that works very well with the energy that we're giving out today.
Sorry,
Real
man.
light. This is what happens.
I love that. I'm happy.
I don't like when I see cooking shows and everything's like perfect because that's never how it ends up when I try
All
it.
right.
Ever.
That was good.
All right, tell me when we can resume.
Yeah, that's great.
You gotta keep that. You gotta keep that
All
in
right,
there.
yeah.
This is the good stuff.
Live.
All right. Kelly did a wonderful job. Alena did a wonderful job.
Thank you, Chocolina.
Yeah. Now we're going right into our
I want to eat them all.
little pot.
In a pot.
In the pot. Put all your potatoes in the pot.
Put the potatoes in
I
the
just
pot.
spit potato at you.
It's alright. She deserves it because she spits at me every night.
I do.
Oh, that happens, right?
Spits in my face.
There's a moment. There was one night. This is really disgusting. I don't know if I should be talking about this while we're cooking. But I was feeling a little congested, and I went to go do this thing where I like blow my tongue out at her. I'm not really gonna do it. But I go, and I couldn't make any noise with it, so I like tried a little harder, and a thick loogie went and stuffed her chest.
More spit in my face than normal.
But she had no idea.
I
And then
just felt
watched
more
her.
spit.
I had to watch her do the rest of her dance with a thick chunk, and I was like, she's gonna be so mad at me.
And then later she's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, what?
I did wipe it off halfway through. I was
Yeah. I
like,
was like, well, I noticed more spit in my face, but I had no idea. Delightful. Anyway, so good times. It's good times.
Good times.
job,
Good times.
guys.
All right, into the oven, okay?
Beautiful. Oh, we put them in the oven. Oh, we can't eat them yet?
Nope, don't
we did
eat.
it already. I
We did.
sprayed it. See?
They are
Sounds
good.
like me.
We have no bananas. We have no bananas today. This is the story of a family which was a little part of vaudeville in the days when vaudeville was a very big part of the theater. They danced and sang and brought joy everywhere. But in the helter-skelter of backstage life, the everyday problems of a real world had to be faced.
Oh, I forgot to return your breadstick. I'm awfully sorry.
I'll forgive you. Good night.
Is that still all?
Jim, I had a wonderful evening. I like you very much. Hope you ask me out again sometime.
No.
You want to kiss me good night? Good night. high barometric pressure will cover the northeast and the deep south. Small danger of fruit frost. Hot and humid nights can be expected.
St. Vincent, 95. Guadalupe, 97. San Domingo, 99. Martinique, 105.
Now we're gonna go to something you guys really love, avocados. Every time I make them dinner, it's like, and avocados. Whatever they're having, and avocados.
Good that.
Avocado hand. Jimmy Kimmel had a thing about avocado hand not too long ago. What happened to you?
So it was my first week of Wicked, and I was with these awesome people who were cooking dinner, and they handed me an avocado, and they said, "Can you cut this up?" And I was like, "Oh, of course!" Like trying to impress them. I was like, "I'm great at this." And I went to go stab the pit because no one had told me another way to get it out yet, which I've learned since. But I stabbed, and the knife went all the way through my hand.
Did you hear that, Bonnie?
Bonnie, apparently we have similar injuries. And I was so embarrassed, and I tried to take care of it myself and actually super glued it together and wrapped it and did the show that night, but it just did not stop bleeding for like 2 days straight. I ended up getting stitches.
You ended up finally getting stitches in it?
But I super glued it for the first 2 days. They used to do that.
See, that's a tough and aggressive move.
I was so embarrassed. Right? And then finally someone taught me how to do it without having to
Like doing.
Well, you can either do that, or even like to peel the skin off and then cut it that way.
Mm-hmm.
If I really don't want to use a knife. Mm-hmm. I just get really excited. Excitement and a knife, not the best combination.
Right. All right, so.
Oh,
that's like heaven.
Avocados. And, man, the benefits of avocados, right? I mean, heart health.
See, look at that. They have to be right. A professional.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And this is about the size of my prostate gland.
Fun facts.
Didn't know you were going to learn that on a class.
No, you didn't, did you?
I have avocado print leggings that look exactly like this.
It does. They're cute.
I wore them to rehearsal.
All right, we're going right in the blender.
Ooh, what a nifty tool.
Avocados, right? I use that for years at Drury.
Is that called an avocado tool?
Or is
It's just it's kind of a universal tool.
I like it.
Yeah, right?
And it's called the avocado tool.
I like it. It's special. It's like avocado.
That'd be a good thing to bring on tour.
It would be. Avocados are really trendy right now too, so everyone should know one of these.
Right. And this soup is very similar to, heard of vichyssoise?
I've heard of it.
It's a
Bless you. What language are we in now?
French, mais oui.
Je regrette mon français. Parlez-vous anglais?
Oh!
I was in Paris and I was terrified because that the French would think Americans are idiots and rude, and it's like, I don't know French. I only know some Spanish. I shouldn't go. But I got by on that phrase, which means I regret. I regret no French. Would you please speak English? You're really sweet.
In Jane Eyre, when I was a kid, before it went to Broadway, I actually played Adele Valence, who was the little French daughter. So I only know my lines in French.
Well done.
You're a monster. I hate you. Now go.
Oh,
very good. Very good.
Mine is Où est la bibliothèque?
Where's the library?
Yes. From 6th grade, I think. Right. All right, all our avocados are in.
Oh, they're in.
All right.
I just want to get.
I know. It's like, give me a spoon.
Let the scavengers go.
I said take it. You just save this for later. Don't throw these out.
Later.
All right, and cucumber.
I do like the spatula.
Right?
It's very nice.
Lemon juice.
2 lemon juice to keep the avocados from turning brown.
Right. And nothing. And nothing.
Come on, you got this.
All right, I'm going with the chicken stock. We're going to use some liquid to make it all blend.
Oh, in it.
Homemade chicken stock. Always the best. She gets mad at me, my wife, because I always save the chicken bones and make stock. So I got you think I got 14 chickens in my freezer?
Oh my.
She's just been actually incorporating bone broth into her
Very
diet.
experimenting.
Yeah?
Yeah, just to experiment for muscle and protein wise and minerals.
How long have you been into it?
I've just the past couple weeks I've.
Do you notice anything yet?
I haven't done it consistently enough.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
a little emotional since I've mostly been vegetarian.
Right, right.
Well, when it's done, you can do it. You can do it. It's so pretty, though. It is. Such a pretty green.
Yeah. Some sherry, 2 tablespoons.
Sherry, baby, sherry. Sherry, baby. That's all we got. Queen of a 2-liner. Yeah.
Stay on.
You got it. You got it.
You can do an avocado soup.
All right, let's talk. What about Rachel Ray? You were on Rachel Ray.
I did an episode of Rachel Ray one time when I was on tour, and I actually did pretty good. I didn't have to do much, but
Everything's pre-made though, right?
everything's pre-made. It's well, they have like 5 different versions of the same thing. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
when
yeah.
Well, it's also because they feed the audience.
Oh, okay.
So they have to make more anyway.
Right,
But and
right.
you also have an hour of the show, so you can't put something in
That requires
longer.
Yeah.
Or and they always do this is my favorite. They're like, you put it in and then look at what it comes out like, and you're like, ow. But I was so sad because I was so excited that I finally made something I got to mix, and I was like, it's mine. And then she brought out the one, and I was like, that's not mine. That's so and mine's in there for later.
Well, I tried out for MasterChef a few times, and I thought I was going to get on a couple times. My meals always made it to the next step, and that's where it died.
That's where they weren't ready for you.
Right, right.
It'll happen. I believe it.
It is going to happen.
One of my good friends actually works as one of the child nannies on MasterChef Junior.
Oh, really?
Oh, no kidding, huh?
And she'd always come back with these stories that are so funny with these little kids that are just like, the souffle wasn't right, the souffle wasn't right, it was like, no, and she's like, tastes good to me. Because she got to eat all the food. And she was always like, they were so picky about what it was. And she's like, to me, I was like, tastes good. It's chicken.
Right. Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah. Is it ready?
A little salt and pepper.
okay. Great. We still have these left out.
Those are garnish.
Great.
Oh,
Not the amazing garnish, that's for you.
the surprise. My special garnish.
There we go, just like a green milkshake. We make milkshakes a lot. You guys like milkshakes? Oh, you can
Well, I don't do dairy, so I do, but
Yeah.
I like the smoothies. I mean,
Oh, smoothies, nothing wrong with those.
yeah, if anybody's seen our show with some of the outfits that we have to wear, you really can't eat something a large
You get to
meal and
work in your
digest.
underwear.
Yeah, pretty much.
I wanted to do Tom's Table in my underwear, but my wife wouldn't let me.
So smoothies end up being the way to get the nutrients between the shows because there's just
Yeah,
not enough time
right.
to digest without
Right.
And during rehearsal, we do a lot of smoothies too because you can keep it and then slowly drink it throughout the rehearsal to keep up your stamina.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
that's a great idea. That's a great
without
idea.
feeling like your stomach is
And we
Right.
could do a milkshake with some almond milk or coconut milk. For you.
that's what we do.
You could drink almond milk,
Yeah,
right?
we use almond milk or coconut milk.
That's all I use for my daughter. She, I'll make her a milkshake with that, with the no gluten or dairy ice cream.
Yeah.
And it still
Oh, that
tastes
stuff
halfway
is-
decent.
Oh my goodness, coconut cream ice cream, in my opinion, is better than,
Yeah?
than a lot of ice cream. So creamy.
Yeah.
All right, so is the soup.
Oh.
All right, so, boom,
Fancy.
boom, boom.
Ooh. Okay, let's move this out of the way so it looks.
Okay, yeah, let's get all this stuff
It's all
out of the
about
way.
appearances, guys.
Yeah, it's all about the look.
Beautiful.
That's not true. It's what's inside that counts.
And that's true too.
But it doesn't hurt to make it look pretty. Razzle
Right.
dazzle, razzle dazzle. That song's about avocado soup. Now I understand.
Razzle dazzle avocado soup.
A little bit of avocado soup.
Oh. None of this is planned, I promise.
A little bit of sour cream on top. Give it a little twirl. And that's yours, so we're not going to do that.
Thank you.
And that, and a little scallion, yes?
Yes, please. Great.
Just a pinch of scallion on.
These look fancy.
Just for look, just for the look.
Fancy.
And a Kelly garnish. You know it, right?
Bacon. Bacon is its own.
How would we do it? Like that? Or
I would think break it and like
crisscross it.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Either that or up.
Or up the side, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, we're in the home stretch. This pleases you very much.
Spinach.
Bowl of spinach. We're just going to wilt it in a little oil with a little Vidalia sweet onion. Boom, done. Very healthy, very good. Salmon, the best in the world. Fresh orange juice, honey, and a little cider vinegar. Done.
Perfect.
We'll let the sauce reduce, pour it over the salmon when we're done. You guys...
Now this is Elena's happy place. This is my happy place.
You could eat that whole bowl, couldn't you?
This is how we
We'll
get
probably get half of it, yeah.
along.
There's cream and sugar, and there's
This is how we get
bacon and
along.
spinach.
We complement each other. Yin and my yang.
All right, I'm seasoning the salmon with salt and pepper,
Awesome.
and I'm going to oil up my pan a little bit for the spinach, okay?
Okay. Wilt, spinach, wilt.
Piece of salmon will cook in about 7 minutes. So we get our oil nice and hot. We sear it on both sides, 30 seconds each side. Add the sauce, let it reduce. You're
Great,
eating.
awesome.
We're going to be eating in less than 7 minutes. Wilted spinach, onion, vidalias, we'll get those a little soft first, okay? And then the spinach will just wilt in itself and we'll be ready there. So it's really a nice, and by the time these are done, the potatoes will be done and we'll be in a Tom's
So
table.
typically you cook the aromatics first, right?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
I sound like
You are a baker.
I do. I like to bake, and she likes to cook.
And you said you do have a kitchen there, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
And you use it?
Yes.
All the
she uses it
time?
all the time.
Right?
I've made some cookies.
Where do you
and
shop
some
around here?
muffins And some cupcakes.
Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, Pete's.
Oh, Whole Foods is close to
Yeah.
here, right, right.
Mix it up. I might actually use bacon to make chocolate bacon cupcakes later. If I don't eat it all. That's a good one. Oh,
You and that, and I'm dressed like a rabbit.
we all have our preferences.
I only cook about 60 of these a night, so I don't know if they'll turn out or not.
That's a lot of salmon.
Yeah.
I sure have, right?
Delicious.
We go through a whole lot of salmon at work. All right, little salt and pepper the other side. Always season as you go, as we know. Yep. We just get these soft, couple minutes, okay?
Do that with such skill. If I tried that, I'd have it all over the floor.
Did we talk about your burrito burn?
No.
All right, can we?
Well, he's giving it away, but I have a burn on the back of my calf.
And I thought it was from a motorcycle.
But
And
no. We ate very healthy growing up and rarely had sugar stuff. And we had just gotten this dinosaurs, fruity, kind of like Fruit Loops, but not cereal. And my sister was going to show it to me and had just taken a bean burrito out of the oven and it fell on me. My arm, my thigh, and on my calf.
from a burrito.
From a burrito. And the one was debrided, scraped off, but the one on my calf that he thought was a motorcycle burn, not so much. So,
Actually,
Tattoo,
from a bean
motorcycle
burrito.
tattoo.
yeah.
The old Harley guy, you know.
No, it's the burrito.
I think you should just say motorcycle and.
Yeah.
That's
Well, that turns into a story when
That
you
was
say
the burrito.
burrito.
Name.
I'll name our food. This is Barney the bacon. Bye, Barney.
30 seconds each side. Flip it, golden brown.
And the bean burrito named the motorcycle. Someone's doing all the work.
30 seconds, right?
30 seconds.
Apple cider vinegar.
Apple cider vinegar.
Nice. Which also, side note, if you are feeling
No, fish stock, sorry.
fish stock. Okay,
Fish stock.
fine. But just talking about apple cider vinegar, if you're ever feeling really achy, take a hot bath as hot as you can handle with apple cider vinegar and Epsom salts and leave it until it goes cool and don't shower till the next morning, and that'll help with your aches.
Really?
Uh-huh.
You thought it was just cooking, right?
That's a lifestyle show. Holistic tips. You can use in your food or for your body.
That looks
Right.
good. It does.
Okay, what did I do with the lid? Did I do, there it is. Okay, we'll let that work a few minutes.
Oh, excellent.
We're good enough on these where we can start adding spinach, maybe a little more oil.
You get to add the spinach. It's your favorite thing.
I'll bring you the bowl.
All right.
Ooh. Wilt, spinach, wilt.
And you know, if you're in the kitchen and you don't care, you just go like
It was like spinach confetti.
All right, that's good for now.
So pretty.
It is so pretty.
And then back. We're having a
Party.
party.
Spinach party.
Couple minutes for that.
Yeah.
Welcome to trade.
What? Yeah. Slime's okay.
I really made a mess in here, sorry.
But this is what real cooking is like.
It is. You have fun.
It's messy.
This is good.
All right, we're willing it down. It's just going to take a few minutes, okay?
It's gonna be good.
It's
It's gonna be good.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it
Great. Isn't it swell?
Just in case you don't know, that's from Chicago.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Earlier we were here, we shot at 10 this morning, lemon possets.
Possets.
Sounds like a small mammal.
It does. Yeah, but it sounds like something that would go.
How do you go?
You have to have the pause. Right here.
That was very good.
Thank you. That's me.
Said the animal. No. No, you do not. You
All right.
have bacon in my teeth?
Quick garden. I need a steady hand, girls.
I know. We're
You got it. You got it. Ooh, that's pretty.
nice.
See, this I'm familiar with.
Oh, from baking.
Yeah, that's how I frost my cupcakes sometimes.
Oh,
garnish
good girl.
It's nice. Mine are
But I'll
probably
do it
all
with
over.
like if I'm in a hotel room, I'll do it with a Ziploc baggie and cut off the corner.
Oh yeah, my mom taught me that.
Yeah.
Deviled eggs.
And also, if you want, you can even cut like sometimes if you cut a different shape into the corner, it'll actually come out differently.
Oh, fancy. Fancy.
It's called.
Isn't that the
ready
teacher
cooking.
teaching the student, or the student teaching the teacher?
I'm trying.
All right, very delicate. Boom.
Oh, this is gorgeous. Now, what is this again? Just so we can.
Fried mint leaf.
Fried mint. At first I thought it was seaweed, but that made no sense.
That is
Beautiful, right?
beautiful.
Gorgeous.
And they taste better than they look. So
I don't know if that's possible.
I do.
because they're
That
kind
looks
of
lovely.
gorgeous.
we knocked this out. Wait.
Oh yeah. Oh, and then I like to blow it up.
We'll see you in Tom's table.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, we made it. We're finally into Tom's table. We made it. Well done. Well done? Our avocado soup, our salmon, wilted spinach, Norwegian potatoes, and our lemon possets.
Goodness. Possets.
Do they look lovely?
Lovely.
Lovely. Lovely, lovely. All right, shall we, what do we want to start on? Well,
Like soup is probably first, right?
do it.
That's sensible.
Do
I
it.
already played with my food and made a smiley face.
Yes, you did.
We added some sriracha to that.
Yeah, a little siracha to top it.
Sensible sriracha
Switch it up a little
smiley.
bit. Oh, and I have more bacon to eat. I've already eaten 12 pieces, so.
This is really good.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Oh,
There's nothing bad about that soup.
this is also probably good throughout the meal too, just to like have a.
Back and forth. I like to go a little back and forth.
Very nice.
Oh yes.
And I also kind of like that I look like I'm drinking a margarita because I don't drink
Very
very
often.
often. And so this makes me feel like I'm a grown up drinking.
Yeah.
You look very grown up.
What are you trying to say, Tom? I'm 20. I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, but acting since you were 7.
I know, I date myself.
Well, I guessed way under on both of you, so.
Well, that's good. Okay, I think I have to try these potatoes.
Yeah.
Today.
All right, we're moving on.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Okay, mashed potatoes. Norwegian.
Norwegian.
Norwegian mashed
Now
potatoes.
these are in the oven, so they're nice and like. Oh, I'm only supposed to talk with my mouth full, but they're really good.
A lot of flavor in those, right?
Oh man, those are good.
Right.
You know what's interesting is there's no
Lovely.
cheese in them at all. Like there's the cream cheese, but there's not like actual cheese, and they feel very cheesy.
Yes, they do. Very creamy potato. Thank you, Aunt Marie.
Yes, thank you, Aunt Marie.
I think she was cooking on a fjord when she made this recipe.
This is really lovely.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm going in for
thanks.
the salmon.
Salmon, let's try it.
With the sauce. Oh. Oh, that's good.
And normally I would take this sauce a little bit down. We're kind of crunched for time tonight.
Because I'm going to a Cubs game.
She's going to the Cubs game. And normally I would let this sauce reduce to kind of glaze the salmon a little bit more.
Oh, it's
But you still get the
It's
idea,
really
right?
good.
The orangey and right.
I can't wait. I want some of this spinach.
Yeah, let's do the spinach.
Oh, it's delicious.
Thank you.
Yum.
No regrets? No regrets?
For someone who doesn't like greens, that spinach is really good.
We're not even making you eat it.
I know, I'm willingly eating greens. What if I put it with?
Your mom's going to see this and be so proud.
I know, or she's going to be like, what did you do to my daughter? Oh, yum. Ooh, the greens with the salmon.
I know, I'm like, make myself a little tower of goodness here.
Right.
Yummy. I could eat these potatoes all day. Talk about cooking injuries. I'll get back to what I was saying, but I was microwaving these meatballs that I realized I liked from the grocery store, and with rice, and so I'd have this like teriyaki meatball dish. But I held chopsticks in my mouth to get them out of the microwave, and it was super hot, and I dropped the bowl, and jammed the 2 chopsticks in the roof of my mouth.
No way!
Yep, and I had to go to the hospital in Japan with 2 chopsticks and like blood. It was.
Were you like a walrus?
Yeah, I was. And my favorite is
Burritos, chopsticks. Oh, really? All right. Since we got kind of a time constraint tonight, we're gonna take a break on our meal and go right to the Possets.
Possets.
Have you let out that small mummel?
Very good.
I'm gonna rub that into the ground, aren't I?
usually I eat this first.
So this is like a lemon custard. We showed you this morning. Lemon juice, heavy cream, and sugar, and that's it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. May I?
Here we go.
Yeah, cheers to you.
Yeah, to you, Lou, and to our 7 viewers.
No, there's going to be more than 7. We're going to get that number up.
Nice.
Oh, that's lovely.
Didn't I say lovely?
Absolutely.
Heaven,
I don't think I said lovely. I think I said
Crunch that
lovely.
mint up in that. You know what? Lemon bars are one of my favorite things.
For real.
And this reminds me of a little bit of a
Absolutely, it does.
softer lemon bar.
See, and I'm a chocolate girl all the way, but this is really good.
Ooh, crunch up that fried mint with it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm not even.
No, and these are just starting to come over here. I mean,
Yum.
very English. And
I was going to try to be polite and eat slow. That's not happening with
Remember to breathe. Enjoy.
I can't pace myself.
It's also better for our digestion.
So by pacing, we mean just like this big spoonful.
man, that was a big one.
Oh my goodness, this is so good. Lemon is so good for summer too.
Janine, are you ready?
This is very Roxy and Velma of us.
Yeah.
All right. We are enjoying our dessert. We have had a marvelous time. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome.
This is great.
I hated the dessert.
Well, we just wanted to thank you for coming to be on the show, and so we have little table swag bags for you.
I love swag!
So thanks for coming.
Tom's table, doo-doo-doo, yum yum. Tom's table, yeah. It's more than cooking.
You guys have been a breath of fresh air. A breath of fresh air.
Thank you for having
We
us.
wish you guys continued success.
This is awesome.
We're going to hear a lot more from these girls, and you can bet on that.
And I may eat Elena's dessert for her.
We thank you for being with us on Tom's Table.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Kelly, Elena. Thank you guys so much. Continued success.
Thank
You too.
All right. Right on. That's a wrap.
Well, we told you it was going to be a wild night, and it certainly was. A big thank you and shout out to Kelly and Elena for coming on the show and just being so outgoing and so much fun, right?
It was a blast, and the meal was great. Easy to prepare. We were under time constraints. We still got it done in time for Kelly to get out and see the Cub game.
Right.
It went well, and I think everybody enjoyed everything.
Yeah, I do too. Again, thank you, Kelly and Elena, for being on our show. We enjoyed it very much. Thanks for watching Tom's Table. We'll see you next time.